Connect. Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Today's February 1st. Welcome to the TED Show. This is episode 107, and I'm with Dr. Marty Nalda. Did I say it right?
Yep.
All right, I did it. God bless her. She came from a long way away and another country to get here to the club, and yeah, we had a little bit of parking issues, but she made it. We're here, and I'm excited that you're here. So welcome, and let us know that you can hear us or see us. Mark, you're on, so if you guys can just give us a little bit of feedback before I have Marty talk for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden nobody can hear us or see us. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
excited.
you for having me.
I'm so excited. So I saw a little history. Marty and I just met today. We've been talking on Facebook. I saw several people actually post about Nalda Wellness and, oh God, I'm going to terrible.
Nalda Health and Wellness.
There it is, Health and Wellness. It's going to be a day.
It's going to be a day.
Okay,
it's
here we
Thursday.
go. Hey, Clyde, you can hear us? That's good. Thank you. And so I thought, you know what? I'd love to kind of change my life around. Let's see what happens. I reached out to Marty, and here you are. So
here I am.
So give them a little bit about. We're going to get into everything else, and I know most of the audience will say, "Oh my God, Ted's talking about nutrition." Nobody will believe that. Trust me. Talking about nutrition, talking about health and wellness, and so now you're here. So I'm almost feeling a teeny bit nervous. Because that means at some point I'm going to be accountable for something. I don't know what it is. You know, I'm
going to change your life.
I don't really do accountability so well, so this should be interesting. So welcome. So give them a little background about you.
Okay. Graduated from chiropractic school in, I'm going to age myself real quick here, in 1997.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been in practice
Perfect
for over
skin.
20 years.
You're 12, 13 when you graduated,
yeah,
right?
Yes, I was a child prodigy, just like Doogie Howser. And, you know, I'm really, you know, I'm trying real hard to age in reverse here. But most of my practice has been devoted always to nutrition. You know, my ex-husband did a lot of the physical manual chiropractic stuff, and he was wonderful at it. I did not like it as much, so I did the nutritional counseling for the patients. And I was doing just fine in my own life until probably had my kids, mid-30s, and all of a sudden my metabolism was no longer my friend. And
that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, it's like I could look at a piece of bread and gain weight.
And of course, you know, never having had weight issues before that, it's not like I had developed super healthy lifestyle habits, you know, before this. So I found myself struggling for years and years and years with my weight, yo-yo dieting up and down. If there's been a fad, I've done it. If the healthy ones and the not so healthy ones.
Isn't it funny what's out there? But people will try, hey Michelle, people will try anything.
People will try
and
anything.
they want a quick fix. So whatever it is, the cabbage soup diet. I've tried every one too, because my wife is big about, let's try this, let's try that.
So I tried everything, like everything. I tried, like I said, healthy stuff, not so healthy stuff, the fad stuff, the, you know, count your calories and go to the gym for whatever many hours and da-da-da-da-da.
Unless the gym's a bar, you all know that that's not ever going to happen.
Yeah. And the problem is this. First of all, I am one of these people that I'm kind of like into instant gratification.
Aren't we all, though? Don't you think, society, we want it now?
Yeah.
We want everything
to
now.
me, I'm like, if I ate healthy yesterday, I better get in that scale tomorrow, and something good better be happening in my world.
Correct.
And that's very, very difficult to do in the typical nutritional advice that you get, you know, cut down 500 calories a day, so, you know, pound is 3,500 calories, so if you're normally supposed to eat 1,800, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and it doesn't work. It really doesn't work in a timeline that motivates you and keeps you encouraged. And what happens most of the time is you're putting the wrong kind of food in your body anyway, because 100 calories of pizza is not the same as 100 calories of broccoli. I don't care what anybody tells you.
Duly noted.
Yeah. And so you're putting the wrong foods in your body. You're still in an inflammatory state. So you're still puffy. So, you know, maybe you lose 10 pounds after, you know, 5 weeks of being good, and you're still not eating what you want, but you're being good, and you've lost 10 pounds, but your clothes don't really look any different. Nobody can really tell. Your skin's not any better.
Right?
It is.
You're suffering. You feel like
you're suffering for nothing.
You're on the cross
for nothing, for no reason.
And then people are like, "Oh, you've been on a diet. You can't tell." Or your clothes still don't fit. Like
your clothes still don't fit. So I'm not very good at those programs. And finally this summer, I was struggling with some health issues. You know, middle age caught up to me real quick. And I was struggling with high blood pressure, blood sugar issues.
Wait, you mean people who are doctors struggle with that stuff?
I'm really good at do what I say, not what I do.
Oh, you've met your match here. I'm exactly that person.
So we're going to work on this together.
Oh, God.
And one of the things, you know, I have children that I adore with all my heart, and all I could think of is I don't want to be old, first of all. I mean, it's inevitable that we're all going to get older chronologically, but we don't have to get old.
Well, because there's a difference, right?
Yes.
And I want to say hi to, hey, Danny, hey, Johnny, hey, John, hey, Mary. They all said hi, so I'd like to engage. But yeah, there's a difference. So you've got the outward appearance, which most people see it either in your face, your weight, but you've got this whole internal thing that's going on, and they can be at completely different spots.
Yeah, and you could be, you know, again, you know, I didn't really like how I looked, but more than that, I didn't like how I felt.
Right.
And a good friend of mine that I went to chiropractic school with, who actually does the chirothin program out of her office as well. We were on vacation, and she got sick of hearing me bitch about it.
She said, we're going to hashtag that. I think you might be the first person to say that word on here.
Yeah, right. I don't believe that. And
probably. No judgment.
No judgment. So I was, you know, she got here, she was like, why don't you just do the program? And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Because this is what everybody tells you when they tell you that you have to do a lifestyle change or that you have to readjust your diet or do a cleanse of any kind. You're like, well, what do I have to do? So she's telling me, and I'm like, you're going to kill me.
Right.
You want me to die. And she was like, well, you're clearly killing yourself anyway. Why don't you just be lighter in your coffin?
Wow.
Yeah, we love each other
lighter
a lot.
in your coffin. We're going to hashtag that later.
Yeah.
John Wild just hashtagged what you said, by the way, if you
Hi.
can see it.
That would be me. Thank you. And so she, you know, but she kind of put things into perspective to me that no matter what I give you, no matter what advice I give you as a doctor, no matter what products I give you, no matter what nutritional supplement I give you, it's you.
Correct.
You are the one, you know, as you know, I can't walk behind you and slap stuff out of your hand while you're trying to eat it.
I was worried about this. That was a question I had. Are you going to be following with a camera, or
none
it's
of
just
those.
going to be the accountability videos?
It's just
we do?
you. You're going to look at yourself
scary.
in the mirror every morning and go.
See, I look at myself in the mirror and going, nice.
Because you're a dude. Because you're a dude.
Dudes are definitely different.
Dudes are so different. Girls could be like, you could have the most gorgeous woman in the world, and she's just like, oh, but look at the jiggle. And
dudes do not think like that at
you're
all.
like, hey.
Look, I look like I did at 18. I look amazing.
Yeah. So I went on the program, and at this point, I had pretty much given up on chiropractic in general. I was totally burnt out, you know. And
the program is called
Chirothin.
Chirothin. Okay.
Yeah, it's only available to chiropractors. It's nutritional management combined with some supplements that make you not want to stab people while you're on the program. Pretty much. Yeah. And I'll go over that a little bit better.
There's a whole, believe me, all of us, anybody who's been on anything that goes against your normal grain that you're used to, you have felt hangry or angry or mad or want to, because you're denying yourself all the time. That's not what this is. But you're always in this thing of denial. And honestly, I think that makes you focus more on the food when you're constantly thinking about the things that you're not allowed to do and not allowed to eat.
And the one thing I will tell you, and this is consistent through every single patient that follows through the program the way they're supposed to, sometime around the middle of the first week, you no longer care. You become so apathetic towards food. It's amazing. It's like the best feeling in the world. You eat because, well, it's noon and I guess I have to have lunch because I have to nourish my body.
I've never felt like that.
I know.
That's awesome.
It kind of gives you a different twist on your relationship with food. But it was so amazing to me, and it was such a drastic change in what I was normally feeling and thinking and doing, that 3 weeks into the program, it's a 6-week program, 3 weeks into it, I opened the weight loss practice.
Wow. But here's the thing I really want them to take away from this before we get into more detail, and then I want a little bit of history on you.
Yeah.
Is that you have sitting in front of you a doctor who was going through the same thing. So she's no, you weren't doing the adjusting, but
No.
you could. And you're going through the exact same thing that everybody else goes through. So just because she has all the knowledge, she has everything, we all struggle.
We're
That's
all
the
human.
message I'm trying to get
We're
across.
human, and you know, we're all extremely human, and we're all extremely flawed. And food is such a personal comfort issue for so
Agreed.
many people. You know, and it's an addiction, and sugar is more addictive than crack. It lights up all of the pleasure centers in your brain, every last one of them. Give me some pie. You know, it lights up all of your pleasure centers in the brain, and it's also what's killing us. You know, cholesterol is inflammatory, heart disease, inflammatory. You know, and everybody talks about, well, you know, everybody in my family has, and just insert it right there.
Sure. So then you go along with it like, I'm destined to have that.
Yeah,
and I think that's a horrible place to be, because you're not.
No, for the most part, we do not inherit diseases. We inherit bad habits.
Right.
So if you can break yourself out of the habits, and if you could break your children away from the habits,
Sure.
you can literally reprogram your genetics to maybe be a little bit different and not manifest that.
Well, we want that. Really quick, John Wilde, because you'll appreciate this. He said off topic, Picasso called, he wants his shirt back, Ted. Thank you. It's a good shirt, right?
It's a
You see it?
fabulous
Look at
shirt.
that,
I
look
love
at
the
that.
fact that
Look
the
at
sleeve is a
that,
different
right?
color. I was
Different.
like, I like it.
Anyway, we like to humor our audience
Don't be
very
hating.
much. Don't be hating.
Don't be hating. We like the
all right,
shirt.
so give us a little bit of information about you, and then let's jump into the program.
About
But
me.
yeah, like before. So you have children.
I do.
You
I
have
have two
fur
daughters.
babies. I saw that in the
I
bio.
do.
But where are you from?
I was born in Cuba.
You were born in Cuba.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was born in Cuba. I came into this country when I was 8 and a half. We moved to Miami, and I studied, you know, I finished high school there, graduated high school, went off to college, went off to chiropractic school in Georgia, and then...
You like this whole stuff with, because she's in St. Cloud, so this
I
Cuban-born
do.
lady, you go
I
from
do.
Cuba to Miami, and then all of a sudden you're in Georgia.
Marietta,
and then
Georgia.
St. Cloud.
Marietta, Georgia, and St. Cloud, Florida.
You're pushing
I do.
the limitations on all that stuff.
I do. You know, and if my subdivision would allow me to, I'd put the flag up front.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
cool.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm cool. I am very grateful for the opportunities that this country affords me. So, absolutely. And that's it. I have 2 daughters. They're high schoolers now, which is always fun and a challenge.
Whew.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. I literally, this has been something so incredibly life-changing to me. For the first time in my 20-year career, I am legitimately enjoying practice.
That's because you found something that, first of all, you believe in.
Yeah.
You're not just practicing because that's what you've been told. You're living it, and you live it. I think that's so important when people are trying to get out their product, their service, whatever it is, whatever you believe in, you have to really believe in it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times if you haven't experienced it,
And
you
I've
can't
lived
really
it. Yeah.
preach.
Yeah, and I've talked to it. So, you know, I tell my patients are like, well, and I'm like, go drink more water. Well, how can you want to see my little book? Here's my book. This is what I did. I wrote it down. And it makes a huge difference. It puts it into a different perspective. I think most of my patients appreciate the fact that I know exactly what they're talking about, as opposed to just being this distant figure that it's like, yeah, you know, you're supposed to blah, blah, blah from, you know, and I'm sitting up here high and mighty and...
Correct. That's what we were. So before we went on live, I was talking to Marty, and I said, people just want to know that you've struggled too, and how did you get through it, and that it's not a perfect plan. Even however long into it, you may still be fantastic at the lifestyle and the change, but everybody struggles. We were talking about people who exercise to eat. Well, if you exercise to eat the wrong things, then ultimately that's not really doing you any good either.
Correct.
So it's all about really trying to keep things into perspective. So talk about the program itself.
The program itself, okay, it's called ChiroThin. It is licensed through chiropractors only. It's an amazing, amazing product, amazing company. The best thing about it, you know, especially like I said, I opened up a practice 3 weeks into doing it. Like I was just like, I'm doing it. I don't care. I'll figure out how to do it later. The support system that they have is amazing. So one of the things that they offer is, you know, about 500 people that are masterminding with me. And if I have a question that I haven't heard before, you know, I have support from the manufacturer
That's
directly.
the thing. So you have a support system behind
yes,
it.
I have a great support system behind me, which confidently allows me to give my patients answers, because they've put 180,000 people through this program, and it's kind of interesting because most diets, cleanses, you call it whatever you want to call it, most of these programs are, you buy a diet pill or you sign up for whatever, and they're like, yes, you can lose 20 to 30 pounds. Results not typical, really small.
Correct.
In the fine print.
And then people will buy, we were talking about it earlier,
Yeah.
people will buy into anything with the immediate gratification. So we're all about immediate gratification. You were saying, I don't know if you said it on the show or you said it right before the show, you go, you eat really good a day, and the next day, if the scale doesn't show that you lost 5 pounds, you're cranky.
The heck with it.
This is the worst. This
Yeah.
isn't working.
Yep.
And so it's so important to have that support and that backup.
Yep.
Which is what you provide.
And so with this program, it's the other way around, actually. I am fully expecting my ladies in the 42-day period, I am fully expecting my ladies to drop an average of 20 pounds. Period. This is not results not typical. This is, if you're not dropping the 20 pounds, we either have some serious metabolic issue that we need to address, or you're cheating. There's no other answer. And
I would be on that second
and
level.
my gentlemen typically drop right around 30. So you expect to see a 20 to 30 pound weight loss with compliant patients every single time.
But how hard is it? So talk a little bit about the details. So people go, oh my God, so I'm going to have to eat 100 calories a day, which we joked about.
No.
Apparently 100 calories in pizza and 100 calories in broccoli are not the same. Duly noted. I had to make a mental note of that. But
I'll text you.
You'll have
Remember.
That is bad.
Yeah,
I thought it was the same.
Yeah. One of the things that I offer with my program, and it's also kind of funny, because I have a lot of doctor friends that have weight loss centers or whatever, and they usually have staff members holding them accountable. I am the staff member, and I give all my patients my Facebook, and I give them my cell phone number. You have no excuse.
Oh, wow.
You have a question and you didn't ask it and you ate the wrong thing.
Aren't we always looking for the excuse, though?
Yes, you.
So how does the program? So is it diet based?
Yes.
Is it supplement based?
It is. I'll show you exactly what comes with your program.
I'm fascinated by it because I think all of us are trying to figure out what to do, especially when you get to my age, 110. You want to make sure that you're going to live to 150.
I'm pretty sure I'm older than you are.
I
so
doubt
I don't know
it very
about that.
much. Although she's got the great Cuban, the Latina skin going on, or maybe that's because her insides are good and so her outside is glowing, right? So I'm learning. I'm learning.
The first thing is, these are the drops that you take. Okay, these are magic drops in a bottle of happiness. These keep you from getting hangry. These stimulate your metabolism, and they also help your body develop a new set point. Okay, a set point is basically the weight that your body feels comfortable in. So let's say that you've all your life been 135 pounds, and you could pretty much do whatever, and then all of a sudden, either you had a hormone change, or you had a baby, or whatever, stress, a ton of stress hit your life, and now you're gaining a pound a week, and now you can't get below 150. Your body has just established a new set point, and it's not a happy one. It went up.
So let me ask you, so I bet you, Clyde just said he's in. So here's the thing. So immediately if somebody was telling me that, I'd be like, oh great, so I get to have a drop? Is that what I eat?
Yes,
all the time?
you get to, that's
all
it.
you get.
And this is for 40, and it's got to last you for 40 days, so
wow,
yeah.
Here we go.
So what you do is you take your drops 3 times a day. Okay, so you take your drops 3 times a day, under your tongue, leave them in there for a minute, swish them around your mouth, go about your business. That's your first thing, 3 times a day. First thing in the morning, middle of the afternoon, before bed. It's not that difficult. Set an alert on your phone and don't leave them anywhere. So far, so good?
So far, so good.
Okay. You also get this lovely stuff. It's an appetite suppressant. It's a natural appetite suppressant, like natural. It will not make your heart race. It will not make you feel like you're gonna have a heart attack. It has green coffee bean extract, Garcinia cambogia, has B vitamins. It has raspberry ketones in it.
So let me ask you about the appetite suppressant because I'm where I'm at. I don't get hungry. So my relationship with food isn't that I am a snacker or anything. So appetite suppressant for me, my first thought was, all all right, I mean, of course I would take it because it's part of the program, but that's not my personal relationship
It
with
helps
food.
it helps control your cravings a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. And what I tell my patients with the appetite suppressant, it's a tool. It's not a necessary one.
But it also has other things in it.
It does. It has some B vitamins
good for your
energy.
body.
It has other stuff that's good for you. But what I tell my patients is if you're not hungry, don't take them, save them, because you might want them for, when you're headed home and you know that it's going to be 8 o'clock at night till you actually get home, and in the meantime you're going to drive past McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, and and you're going to be like,
now I'm hungry.
Now I'm hungry. Okay, so that is when you take them. So you take 2 of those with a bottle of water. 20 minutes later, you don't care for food. Like, you literally do not care for food. And the best thing is it's all natural. You could take those forever. It's not going to hurt any part of your body. It's not going to give you heart disease. It's not going to, mess with your heart valve.
What about stomach issues? I'm just thinking of all the things that I've been through either with myself or Stacey.
Nothing. There is nothing in there that is in any way
Because you take some of that stuff that they advertise on TV and literally you have to stay home.
Nope, not with
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Not to be gross, but it's like,
Yes.
yeah, okay, that's fantastic,
Nope.
but wow.
Yeah,
what's
no wonder
happening
you've
to
lost.
my
No
body?
wonder you've lost
I've
5
lost
pounds.
an entire organ.
You pretty much, yeah.
I don't even know what to do with that. Does that
Yeah.
need a name? I'm not sure.
This is not that
Okay, good.
at all. At all. Aside from that, then we also put you on some pretty strict dietary modifications.
Uh-oh, this is the part
This
where
is
I'm
the
stressed.
this is the part where you're
I'm
not going to like
sweating.
me.
It's just
However,
my Italian gene that's coming out. That's why I'm shining.
However, you get 4 ounces of lean protein for lunch and 4 ounces of lean protein for dinner. There is no breakfast on this program.
Okay, so that goes against everything people are told.
Okay,
Why?
but if... Okay.
Why is that? And I don't like breakfast, so it doesn't matter to me. But why no breakfast?
We're trying to... Okay, one of the theories that I found with this program, and I think it works so effectively, is if you throw enough stuff at a wall, something's going to stick. Well, intermittent fasting is all over the news, all over the internet. If you look up intermittent fasting, you will understand why breakfast might not be the most important meal of the day. But they're talking about, we do a 16-8 fast. So you fast for 16 hours a day, and that includes the time you're sleeping. So if you finish eating at 8 o'clock at night, you go 16 hours until you eat your next meal. It's not a big deal.
Right.
And what I ask you to do is finish your lunch and dinner within an 8-hour period. So if you start eating at 11, be done with your meals by 7. If you know that you're going to be out with your friends, and you're not going to be able to get to your dinner till 9:30 at night, well, then you're going to be sucking down on that triple form for appetite control, and you're not going to eat your lunch until 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I love it.
Okay, make it work for you, because I get people it's like, well, I don't know if, you know what, you can make an excuse for anything.
Correct. Well, I think that's part of the thing. There's always an excuse.
Make it work for you. You're a big boy. Make it work for you. Well, I don't like fish. Okay, so don't eat fish. You're just going to eat more chicken.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Okay, well then, so...
What is 4 ounces? I'm fascinated by
4 ounces is more than you would expect. If you go to, for example, like Outback Steakhouse, their smallest sirloin that they have is a 6-ounce sirloin.
Okay.
So leave a bite off of that.
So what she said, and I love what you're saying, there's a method to the madness, but you don't have to be mad about it. Like,
correct.
She's saying leave a bite off the 6 ounce. You're not bringing your scale there, or I mean, if that's your thing, great. But
I have people that are completely like totally obsessed and focused with it, and you should be. Don't get me wrong. You're supposed to be. That's what you're supposed to be. I was not, because that's just not how I roll.
Thank God you've met your match.
That is not how I roll. I was more the type of, if I'm buying a pound of lean ground beef so that I could prep taco meat for myself for the week, or so that I could make burgers that I could grill for the week, I buy as close to a pound as I can get, chop that sucker up into 4s, 4 ounces.
Right.
Because I'm lazy.
And what do you get with the meat?
You get your 4 ounces of protein.
Okay.
You get your 4 ounces of a vegetable, which could be anything other than peas, potatoes, and corn.
Is that because that's all starch?
It's all starch.
Why? Those are my favorites.
I know. It's all right. And then you also, one of the other things that they ask you to do is if you're eating carrots, limit the carrots.
Because it's
It's
sugar, right?
You're getting.
See, I'm learning. No, I know
it's-
this from other things.
A lot of it is common sense, and intuitively, we know what we're supposed to be doing. It's just
No fruits. I'm gonna
No,
guess.
you could have fruit.
Oh, you could
4
have
ounces
fruit.
and 4 ounces of fruit.
Okay, so
we
but
do
fruit
not,
has sugar.
But any fruit other than bananas, pineapple, and grapes.
Bananas. Why? Why bananas?
Sugar.
Bananas have a lot of sugar. See,
They
I would
do.
have not have guessed that.
They do.
Okay.
So again, mangoes. I have a lot of my clients that are like chugging down mangoes. Dude, that has a lot of sugar. Common sense. Have some flippin' berries in an apple. Come on
There
now.
you go.
Come on though. Throw me a bone. You're killing me, Slims.
No rice, bread, or pasta. I haven't
No
heard
rice,
that yet.
bread, or pasta. And then on top
Why
of
is that bad? I'm curious. Like, not bad, but why is that?
it throws off your glycemic index.
Is it? So I have a question. I get this asked
Mm-hmm.
a lot, like, because we've discussed diets a little bit on the show. Is it mainly because American food is so processed?
Yes.
And in all honesty, so I've been to Italy, I've been to Europe. Those people eat pasta and rice and
They also
bread.
walk everywhere.
That's exactly what they do. But their stuff is made there. Like,
And it's
not,
real food.
It's real food.
It's
and
real food.
If you look at the ingredients of pasta,
And I
made
guarantee
here,
you they don't have the serving sizes that we do.
no, they don't. Well, if they see a big fat American coming in with
They
their
serve you,
fanny
but
pack,
but
they're
they
going to give you
won't.
the giant bolognese thing.
But normally they don't.
That's not what they do.
That's normally not what they do. So we've taken the best and made it as bad as we can make it, basically.
Correct.
So no pasta. You can make zoodles. You can get
I like zoodles.
So you can make homemade sauce as long as you don't add any sugar or oil to it. It's yummy. You can make meatballs out of it as long as they're made with lean meat. You can season them however you want to. This is not a bland program to where you like it spicy, make it spicy. You like it salty, make it salty. I
So
don't
what
care.
was the moment in 3 weeks that you go, this is what I want to do? Was it because of your how you felt, how
Yes.
you looked, all of
Yes.
the above?
All of a sudden, I got up in the morning, and usually this is the aha moment that happens. It's a 42-day program. The first 2 days you load. So the first 2 days you're eating and
Nice.
eating and eating. So I tell people if they have a wedding coming up or they have a party coming up, take your kit with you and load that day. Don't, it's already enough of a challenge to be really strict with what you're eating for 6 weeks.
Correct.
Why would you, if you have a cruise in between that, why would you start? Just wait.
Right.
Wait. I understand
But
that
people like to, so I have a lot of people who go, I'm going to eat because I'm going to lose weight now because I'm going on the cruise and I want to look good.
and that's fine because what happens is by the end of the 6 weeks, your body develops a new set point. So you'll actually get to keep it off. I have been eating like food is going to end since Christmas.
Metabolism, though, right?
It
So let me ask you about that because I think that's what happens. So at my age, my biggest concern, and I've been to several doctors. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's.
Okay.
And so my metabolism is 100% gone. I could drink this water and nothing's going to get processed according to my blood work, right?
Okay.
But I think a lot of people at my age feel like, okay, well, I can't eat anything at all because my body's not going to metabolize it.
And that's not true.
Okay, good. That's what I want to hear. Thank
And that's
God.
not true. And one of the things that this program does is we get rid of all the inflammatory parts of that.
And that's so important.
Yeah, aside from your protein and your vegetable and your fruit, you get as much of salad stuff as you can stand. Okay, so let's say that.
All right, let's talk about that. So you get more than just the 4 ounces.
Yeah, you can eat about 2 pounds of food a day as long as you're eating the foods I'm giving you.
Okay.
You should not be hungry. If you're
Which
hungry,
is so important. That's what people don't like about. They're starving.
if you're hungry, it's because you did not finish all of the food that I asked you to eat for lunch.
Like my daughters did Whole30. All right, so they were hangry. I love you guys
Yes.
if you're watching or later
Yeah.
on. They were hangry on the phone for
And-
30 days.
And I love Whole30, like in terms of the anti-inflammatory process. I did Whole30 before this. Actually, this was kind of like the last thing I did before I did this was Whole30. It was hard. It was so hard.
You couldn't even they never felt full, and they're both great eaters, and they literally never felt full at all.
I don't even know how, if you were going to do a Whole30 type program for maintenance, that would probably be the best maintenance that I could give you, but not where you're not controlling the portions as
Correct,
much or whatever.
correct.
But it's a great way to eat. And if you don't have any weight issues and you want to do a Whole30 type program or their guidelines for eating, it's amazing. It's super healthy. It's not going to throw you into weird ketosis. It's not going to give you kidney
Right.
stones. It's not going to, you know, most people are now, you know, now everybody's doing a keto diet. It's like,
Oh yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't be. Well,
you know,
we already talked about that.
well,
I've
and
talked
then
about it
you know,
several
then
times.
you have a glass of wine and you've like screwed yourself up now for weeks to get yourself back into the keto. You know,
Well,
so again,
you've read my bio.
yeah. And so again, we're going through this process where we're going to try to get all of the inflammation out of the body, and we're going to give you a great dose of super nutrition. Because then I get from patients, well, am I going to feel weak? Am I going to feel tired? Am I going to? It's like, okay, since when was white rice and white bread the nourishing
So that's
factor of your
fascinating,
body?
and that goes back to our thought process of if in their minds they're starving themselves
Mm-hmm.
because they're not able to eat the things that they're used to eating, so they can't imagine how what you're talking about will sustain them and won't give their body good nutrition because they've been feeding something somebody's been told them for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Hey, eat this. The Asians eat white rice. It's a different white rice, by the way. You can
Yeah,
look it
it's
up.
not the one- yeah.
Not the same as over
not
in
processed
Asia.
quite the same
yeah,
way.
We have the craziest white rice over here, even
Yeah.
though I love it. Listen.
I'm Cuban. I feel
right,
you.
everything's
I
beans and
know.
rice with you.
Yes. we actually learned to make, believe it or not, we started doing cauliflower rice, like the riced cauliflower.
That's good.
And put
Did
beans
you
on
like
top of
it?
that.
It's good
My
stuff?
kids will eat it.
Oh, see, that's good.
Now, there's no beans in the program, so I couldn't eat it while I was in the program, but
No.
I could eat it now. And regardless, but you know, week 3, you asked me, like, why week 3?
Yeah, what was your thing? So what was your breaking
So,
point? And then I'll ask
sometime-
you to give some final points.
Okay. So sometime around week 3, and I tell all of my patients, you know, week 1 and week 2, you lose a ton of weight, but nobody knows it but you. Sometime around week 3, most of the inflammation is gone. So you know, I tell everybody, you get up in the morning, empty your bladder, strip naked, walk to the scale. Yeah, it's fun. And you write down that weight every
That's
morning.
like dead man walking. For
Every
me.
morning. So, you know, I was doing my thing. So I go to the bathroom, pee, take off my jammies, walking to the scale, and I got a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and I was like, "Holy cow, it's working!"
All right, so you could see it,
You could physically, visibly see it.
and you were also feeling it, though,
Yes,
too.
yes, I felt amazing for the first time in years. My headaches were gone. I had no heartburn at night when I went to bed. Foggy headedness gone. I was having all these issues with like joint pain and like plantar fasciitis.
Which
gone.
is all inflammation, people.
It's
If
all
you don't know that,
inflammation.
it really is.
It's all inflammation. All those itis. If you have any kind of itis, it's inflamed. That's we learn medical terminology in school. And if you want to know what something is, and you go to the doctor and they tell you, well, you have, you know,
Something itis.
yeah, something itis. They just gave you a Greek or Latin name for that body part, and itis, which means it's swollen. So if you have tonsillitis, your tonsils are swollen.
I do not have liveritis. Nobody
No.
say that later.
No.
That's a hashtag we'll
Yeah,
use.
liveritis. We're gonna fix your liveritis.
God bless you. We're not sure if I have 4 livers or none. We're gonna figure that out later.
Yeah, but so that's one of the things that the body processes. You know, and sometime around week 3, everybody realizes that you're doing something different. Your skin is glowing. Your clothes don't fit anymore. You know, by the end of the program, you basically are either shopping out of your closet or you've had to go buy a whole new wardrobe because you'll go down 2 to 3 dress sizes. It's crazy.
So what we're gonna do, and I want to get parting words from
Yeah.
you. Thanks, Bill, for that. Thank you guys, everybody who's made comments. What we're gonna do is we're gonna track me for. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to give it a whirl, right? So remember, I am the epitome of non-rule follower, struggle. I think I could represent everybody. That's not interrupting the camera, by the way. I could 100% represent the normal person that comes in and the audience, and we're going to track it and see how it goes. Like, I believe that what Marty's talking about is real. The inflammation, 100%. You can't address your body issues, your health issues, if you do not talk about the inflammation that's going on in your body, and so much of that has to do with the food and the stuff that you're ingesting into your body. So I'm super excited about it. I know it might not seem like that now because I'm a little nervous, but I want to do it because I think people need to see a journey of somebody, a regular dude, that goes on, and I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how perfect it's going to be. I can tell you it's not going to be perfect, but I absolutely love, thanks Lenny, I absolutely love, love, love Marty's attitude and spirit. And I think that that is so important when you're going through something that's totally new to you, and you need that support. And the fact that she's been through it, huge. She's not just preaching to preach because that's the latest thing in her career, in her environment, in her medical field. This is real stuff that she's gone through and she's dealt with, and she's going to know your pains that you go through, and she's 100% going to know my pains because you all know I'm whiny. So give them some last minute things, some maybe parting words that you can tell them. And then again, we're going to post all of Marty's information when we share the video, and you'll be able to reach out to her directly.
Okay, so I guess parting words. Well, most people at this point have given up on their New Year's resolutions. But we don't have to do that. I have a program that will absolutely empower you to meet your goals this year. It will be mostly painless. I give you as much support. I tell my patients, I either hold your hand or kick your butt, whatever you need. Okay?
You've seen her, right? She could do either.
You have the support, and I give you the tools. And I think it changes your attitude, and it empowers you to develop a new relationship with food and with yourself. And when you start feeling healthy, then you want to go exercise and you want to be more active because you see the results and you see the difference. So that's the one thing that I have to offer, is I could empower you to actually reach those goals that you set every year and give up on before Valentine's Day.
Amen.
So that is my one parting thing is it can be done. It could be done in 6 weeks. You will be amazed, and I will support you 100% of the way. Like I said, I give them my phone number and I give them my Facebook access. So no excuses.
She's amazing, right? So we're gonna see how this all goes. We're gonna let it play out in front of you all, and I'm excited about that part. I think it's gonna be awesome. We love you guys. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the hashtags. Lots of people commented on they want to reach out to you.
Awesome.
So we'll share all that information. Thank you so much for coming
for
all the way
having me.
from St. Cloud to this crazy downtown area. We love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. Looking forward to your support, because this is not going to be
it's going to be easier than you think. It's going to be easier than you think.
It could be. It's just you all know me. I'm a little bit set in my ways, and let's see what happens. I want to go through it with you guys, and I just think it's important for you all to see that you can do it too.
And one more thing, anybody that actually wants to go through this at the same time as Ted, if you log into my Facebook page, like me at Nalda Health and Wellness, send me a private message through Nalda Health and Wellness. I will give you guys a little bit of a discount off of each program.
Fantastic. See,
just let me know that it's from him.
Just from being on part of the TED Show audience.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
All right, you were amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We love you guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow.